Hi everyone, it's Liam here from Rating the Races. So we're going to have a little look back at some of the races over the weekend, what happened, what caught my eye, and we're going to start off with the first race actually on Saturday, which was just a novice stakes, but it was really good to see Prep School come out on top here. Now, Prep School had previously finished second to Red and Blue Sovereign. Now, Red and Blue Sovereign is a horse I really like. So Prep School had gone from being beaten by Top Rated to then being top rated and winning the race. That is an angle we really like. And I think the fact that he's been beaten by, I think, a really good horse in Red and Blue Sovereign. And Red and Blue Sovereign, I'm just checking to see whether he's still got the entry. Bear with me 2 seconds. He does indeed. On the 24th, there is a nursery over 7 furlongs, and it's actually a distance I think Red and Blue Sovereign really wants. You can see I highlighted Red and Blue Sovereign back here. When being beaten, quite comfortably, finishing 6th in the woodcut at Epsom. He then went on to finish 2nd at 18s, beaten by, I believe, a good horse in Sunway. He then finished 3rd in a novice race, and then won a novice race as highlighted, beating Prep School. Could potentially go handicapping and gets the 7 furlong trip. The 7 furlong trip is definitely what Red and Blue Sovereign wants. And off his handicap mark, I think he's 82. I think he would have a great chance on, is it Thursday, the 24th? When's the 24th? Thursday. So yeah, definitely keep an eye out for Red and Blue Sovereign. Second horse that I wanted to talk about, Silver Samurai. Great to see Silver Samurai win. We was on that one. Unfortunately, that was our only winner. We started the day in great form with Silver Samurai winning, having dropped in class, which was something I said back here. Silver Samurai, he'll need to drop in class to win and get back into these, and could go to the Sprint Trophy via this race. So that was on August the 1st, I said. I was suggesting potentially a drop to a class 3. He didn't drop to the class 3, he dropped to a class 4, and he won. So hopefully a few of you were on that. Nothing really caught my eye in behind. Silver Samurai could certainly now bounce back and go back into better races. The fact that he's now got a win back under his belt, I think he could show that he is well handicapped off his mark. I know he's going to go up in the handicap. But rated 87, previously rated as high as 99, I can kind of see maybe this time of year, and potentially getting back into that Coral Sprint Trophy, which he finished 3rd in last year. So he would definitely be one that I'd be interested in going forward. Have to see where he goes. 210 at Ripon. I mean, for me, honestly, the best horse still finished 2nd here. Tropical Island. If she had been on the rail where Government Call was, I think she wins. She was on Tropical Island was on the rail. No, she wasn't. Sorry, Government Call was on the rail. Then the Coffee Pod in the middle, and Tropical Island even further in the middle. I honestly think if she had the rail to run against, she would win that. I thought we were so unlucky there. What did we get beat? A nose or a neck? Just checking what the eventual distance was. It was a short head. Yeah, really unfortunate there. I'll still be interested in her in similar races. I still think she's the best of these. Moving on to the 3 o'clock. This was frustrating, wasn't it? We highlighted 2, but we plumped for 1. So we plumped for Isla Kai, who we was on at 14s, 10s actually. Sorry, it was available at 14s, but that wasn't really available. Or was it? No, maybe it was 14s. It was 14, sorry. Isla Kai, available at 14s, went off 7-2 joint favourite with the other horse that we said was interesting. The other horse being Classic, who at the time was 15-2. They both went off the 7-2 joint favourites. Isla Kai has just found maybe the ground drying up didn't suit him, and he's just got tired later on. You can see he traded at 2-1 in the run. It's not amazingly short, but he traded shorter as well. If you were on at 14s and you did him each way, I don't do each way bets. You've got a little return, but he is going to win a race, Isla Kai, and surely he runs here. the Rip and Rolls handicap over a mile for horses rated 81, is that? 81 to 100. It's back at Ripon. That's where he won. Whoops, wrong race. That is where he got his win on the board, at Ripon, over a mile. Surely he runs there. If he runs there, I think he takes all the beating. And if we get, I don't know, 4 or 5 to 1 about him, I'll be more than happy with that. I think he will take all of the beating if he goes back for there. The second horse that obviously should go into a lot of people's notebooks, the race just didn't work out for him, was Classic. You can see he traded at 1.75 in the run. Travelled really, really well out the back. Just did not get a run until it was far too late. Pat Dobbs then wasn't overly committed on him when he realised that the race had gone. He is one that when he gets a clear run, I still think he's progressive. I know you could say, well, he's had now potentially 3 runs this season where things haven't worked out. But don't give up on Classic. If you have Classic in your notebook, in your RTR NAGME, which I do, keep him in there. So yeah, I thought we was a little bit unfortunate with Isla Kai. Maybe the ground just went against him late on. And I was kind of pleased that Classic didn't win, in the fact that we had highlighted him as being the danger and one that we do like, but I just wanted Isla Kai on that day. Moving on to the 3:15, the Greatson Wilfred. Oh, I mean, we were beaten a short head at Ripon in the conditions, the novice stakes, and we were beaten ahead in the Greatson Wilfred. I mean, just got there too late, didn't he? He was flying, absolutely flying. He needed one more stride to get up and beat Sophia's Starlight. I did say Summergan runs okay for 4th there. That was when he finished 4th at York. Are we backing Summergand in the Constantine Handicap? Not entered. The Greatson Wilfred finished 2nd. The Ayr Gold Cup. Hopefully that's where he now goes. And the handicapper goes, okay, we'll raise him £2. If he goes up £2, it'd still be lower than when he won it last year. Wob 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 actually franked the form of Ross Collin and Isla Kai. Ross Collin beat Wob 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 and Isla Kai at Goodwood. So, you know, again, it's like actually the form of Isla Kai is good enough to win a race. Just needs things to drop right for him. But back to Summergand. Yeah, back him in the Ayr Gold Cup. I think he will still go really close in that. He's not in the Constantine Handicap at York, but he is in the Ayr Gold Cup at the moment, albeit it's a long way away, 23rd of September. I'm hoping they give him a month off now, come back for that, and I think they will take all the beating in the Ayr Gold Cup. Moving on to the 3:45, we had Malacana here, and to be honest, Malacana's run a shocker. And I think the trip was definitely a factor here. Did not get into the race, was out off the bridle first. If you actually watch the race, looked like she was going to finish, you know, lengths and lengths behind the rest of the field, because she was off the bridle, all the others were still travelling. She's actually not finished too badly in the end. Although she's finished last, she's only a couple of lengths off the back. I want to give her one more chance when she goes back up in trip, 2 mile 2. They might even take the visor off, because that might not have worked either. She is still good enough to win a race, and we're going to get a decent price about her in her future races. You know, we got 10s here. Next time she could be 14s, 16s. The handicap is also going to drop her. And she's going to go in somewhere. Obviously, she does have a couple of races coming up that she won last year. I'm just quickly trying to find them on my other screen. She went to Ascot in September, end of September, and won a 2 mile handicap, and then went to Newmarket and won a 2 mile handicap. They came off marks of 74 and 77. Well, having been well beaten off 81, I think they will drop. I think she'll get dropped £3 for that, down to 78, which is only £1 higher than when winning at Newmarket. And when she won at Newmarket, she actually beat Novel Legend. Well, Novel Legend has done all right, hasn't he? Finished 2nd in the Chester Cup. Well, went on to win his next 2 races, then finished 2nd in the Chester Cup, then finished 7th at Royal Ascot, and then finished 2nd in the Mattel UK Handicap, beaten by Sweet William, who obviously franked that form by winning again at Goodwood. So if Malacana can return to that form, I think that surely that's where they go with Malacana. Go back to those same 2 races. And yeah, we're going to get decent prices about Malacana. She won those races last year at 15-8 and 6-1. If she turned up for that race at Ascot, she's not going to be 15-8 favourite. She's going to be 8-1, 10-1 sort of price. So yeah, don't give up on Malakana. One horse I am going to give up on, it's Pearls and Rubies. So I think this was the right trip for her. I think she's ran her race, but I don't know what to do with her anymore. I don't know where they're going to go. She didn't pick up like as they were expecting. She was always up there in the pace, and maybe the race wasn't that good at Royal Ascot in the fact that Snellen, who beat her, finished last in this race. Maybe they're just not good enough. So she is one I want to give up on. Pearls and Rubies, I won't be backing her again. And the frustrating one of the whole weekend came yesterday at Pontefract in a listed race. A Fillies and Mares listed race. Funny story, finishing second by a neck. Really well supported, was 7-1 into 100-30. Travelled beautifully. Only traded 2.0 in the run, so only traded even money. But has been beaten by Believing. Now, Believing was giving Funny Story £5, but was £16 higher rated. I think we're going to see Funny Story go up to 100 and 101, 102. That's £9-10 rise. She was so well handicapped. It's so frustrating. She was so well handicapped. I'm sure I even found a race for her that she could have run in and won before then trying to get black type. I don't understand why you run horses so far, so badly handicapped compared to other horses, Believing being the worst one she could have finished second to. If she'd finished second to Craft Irish or even like Glen Laurel or Another Romance, she might have gone up a few pound. But finishing second to a horse £16 higher rated and effectively, what was they? £16 was getting 5, so £11 wrong. Finished second by a neck. Even the third, Samadi Grian, was rated 100. So Funny Story was £7 wrong with Samadi Rian and beat Samadi Rian comfortably. Beat Samadi Rian by a length and 3/4. Gonna go up £9-10 for that, unfortunately, and probably just ruins any chance of winning a decent handicap before then finding a listed race. Get that form, get that big handicap win before getting black type. Really don't understand the desperate need to get black type at this stage when they excuse me, they could have found a handicap and then gone for black type off the back of a win, off the back of being in form. But yeah, that's frustrating. So a quick recap. Keep an eye out for Red and Blue Sovereign at York this week. Silver Samurai could now come back up to better class races. Tropical Island, I still believe, was the best horse at Ripon, just didn't get that rail. Isla Kai hopefully goes to Ripon. Keep an eye out where Classic goes as well. Summergan surely goes to the Air Gold Cup now. Malakana, give her a couple of chances at Ascot and Newmarket. She's going to be lower or similarly rated to when she won last year, but decent prices this time. Give up on Pearls and Rubies, don't know what to do with her. And Funny Story was really frustrating. Be interesting to see what she goes up in a couple of weeks. Be interesting to see if they give her another run quickly in a handicap beforehand, because she's going to go up £9-10. Obviously, being run on a Sunday, she won't be reassessed this week. She'll be reassessed next week. Thanks for listening. If you find these videos interesting or useful, please do drop a like on the video just to let us know that you want more of these videos.